Great day. I am Elise McBride, and this is WAJ. We are Jackson News. Today in the studio, we are joined by Mr. Stephen Brown of Get to College, and he is going to share with us some information about Get to College and the current FAFSA campaign and all the good stuff that you guys are doing to serve the community and the families and getting students ready to get to college.
Yes. So once again, my name is Stephen Brown. I'm the Assistant Director of Outreach for Get to College. And Get to College is a nonprofit college planning agency. So essentially, we help students get into college and find the money to pay for it.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
If that means ACT prep, if that means helping them get in touch with recruiters, whether that's in-state or out-of-state, helping them find scholarships, helping them complete the forms to get federal and state financial aid, like what we're currently doing. Really helping them get a plan together from A to Z, like this is where I am right now, this is the school I eventually want to go to, how do we connect the dots?
Okay.
Job shadowing, anything that helps them get into college and find the money to pay for it, that's what we do. And all of our services are 100% free.
Free.
100% free.
100% free. So there's no barrier when it comes to finances and making sure that students and families can come in and get the services that you guys offer.
At all. The biggest barrier, I guess, would be time.
Time.
Right.
So when you talk about time, what are the hours of operation? Because oftentimes, you know, students are in school until at least 3:30 maybe. They have after-school programs or extracurricular activities. Parents are working. So what times are you available to service folks?
So we're typically going to be open from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our workshops our ACT workshops are typically going to be on Saturday mornings, and we have those already scheduled. But we have a few counselors that will stay after hours until about 7 o'clock on some weekdays, by appointment, of course. And we're even actually able to do some counseling through email if students can't make arrangements to come to the office. But with the particular FAFSA campaign that we have right now going on, we received a grant from a company called the Kresge Foundation to increase FAFSA completion, particularly for JPS students. But our goal is to increase it statewide, but this particular grant is just for JPS students. So we've actually been having what are called FAFSA days in the high schools, for every JPS high school, where by appointment, parents and students are setting up a time where we will help them complete all the forms right there on site at the school.
Okay.
So actually this morning, as soon as I leave here, I know, depending on when this airs, I'll be doing one at Provine High School.
Okay. So we've got 7 Jackson Public School high schools. There's a big campaign going on to complete FAFSAs. So you're working with the school district to get these things set up. Circulations, information is going out to parents. What information, and I understand that this year is the first year that we've started filling out FAFSAs as early as October in the previous year.
Right. So actually the Obama administration wanted to push an initiative to try to give students more time to complete the FAFSA, because historically it wouldn't open until January 1st of a student's senior year, and then after. Well, this is the first year where they wanted to open it in October 1st to give students a longer window, because there's all this money that's being allotted for federal student aid, but students aren't applying for it.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that they know about it, they understand what it is, and that they're actually applying for the grants.
Okay. Have you guys been able to kind of gauge from the work that you did last year in helping students to get a FAFSA and being able to get this grant to service JPS? Has there been an increase? Has it been kind of steady? What is that looking like right now?
So for all of 2015, the seniors that graduated in 2016, for some of the high schools, let's say that their overall FAFSA completion was 68%. That's in the entire year, before they went to college. In one day, we've already completed about 20% at every high school that we've attended. Between 15 to 20% of every high school. That's in one day. So some of the schools have multiple days that we're actually going to be going to help the students. So like I said, the money's out there, but a lot of students just aren't, and it's because they just don't know the process. It can be difficult if you're not completely sure what you're doing. That's why we handle everything for them.
Awesome. I mean, sounds like an opportunity for us to get 100% of students. Is that the goal, to get 100% of students?
Absolutely, 100% completion is our goal across the board. Actually last year, Mississippi was one of only 3 states that had an increase in their FAFSA completion from the previous year. And the Get to College Center staff alone, because we have an office in Jackson, one in South Haven right below Memphis, and one in Ocean Springs. Our staff did about a third of all the FAFSAs completed in Mississippi last year. So we're still trying to boost those numbers because we want to make sure the students are getting these services.
Awesome. That's exciting. So I'm glad that you're here. I mean, of course, we, our market, we make sure that we send out on YouTube. We make sure that we send out to global. We have folks who work for the city whose children are seniors or upcoming. So it's great information for them to have.
Absolutely.
One thing that I wanted to ask that you share with them, when they're making these appointments, is there a list, a checklist of things that they should make sure that they bring so that there's a successful completion at the time of appointment?
So in the past, the students' FAFSAs were based on their parents' taxes from the previous year.
Okay.
So, for example, last year, parents were using the 2015 taxes.
Right.
Okay. So this, along with changing the date to October 1st, well, this is not the end of the year yet. So nobody's filed taxes for 2016.
Right.
So from now on, what they're actually doing is using their prior year.
Okay. Okay.
So the students that are going to start college in 2017, they will be using their parents' 2015 tax return.
Lots of great information.
Right. So so that's one of the main things that they need to bring to the appointment. Also, the rest of it is basic information, like their socials, birth dates, information like that.
Awesome. All right. Well, Mr. Stephen Brown from Get to College website.
GetToCollege.org. That's GET, the number 2, college.org. Like I said, we've already been to a lot of JPS schools, and some of them have additional days, but if any parents can't make it because it's during the day on a weekday, they may be at work, we also have a Saturday coming up on November 5th, and we're taking appointments that way. So if anyone wants to register for one of those appointment slots, they can call our office line at 601-321-5533.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you.
Mr. Brown. We look forward to a lot more work with you guys and helping push and making sure that we reach that 100% mark.
That's
and
right.
when we meet it, we want you to come back and talk about, the success
Right, we'll
of
throw
it.
a party when we come back.
Absolutely, and then we'll ask Mike to come shoot live.
There we go. Look, there we go. Awesome.
Well, we'll be right back with more WAJ News. Thank you for joining us.
The Jackson Community Garden Initiative is one of many projects sponsored by Keep Jackson Beautiful. We're a nonprofit that not only educates the public about recycling and environmental issues, but is a growing network of volunteers and other partners, including the city of Jackson. We're all dedicated to keeping Jackson beautiful and a great place to live through community service and neighborhood projects. To be a part of Keep Jackson Beautiful, call 601-953-1123 or visit us at keepjacksonbeautiful.com.
Hi, I'm Mayor Tony Arbor.
And I'm Jackson Police Chief Lee Vance.
Here in the city of Jackson, we recognize that you're our #1 crime-fighting resource. So we're providing you with a tool to help us respond to criminal activity in a timely manner.
Tip 411 allows residents to text or submit crime tips. Your name is not important, your information is. Officers will receive your messages and react in real time.
My #1 priority is your safety. This tool helps us work together to make Jackson a safer place.
Welcome back to WAJ News, and in the studio now we have one of Jackson's finest, Officer Gross with Jackson Police Department, to talk to us about the JPD Pals Program. Thank you for joining us, Officer Gross.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, let's get right to it. Pals.
Yes, the Police Athletic League.
Okay.
It is organized basketball with youth throughout the city of Jackson, and they are mentored and coached by all sworn police personnel. Yes. So
Awesome.
yeah, we this has actually been in existence for about 10 years, maybe 10 to 12 years. It's been going on, and it's been successful. We've been having a lot of fun with the boys. It's really self-rewarding to be able to work with the youth and do something outside of just protecting and serving. As you see, we're able to reach out to our youth and try to prevent, juvenile crime. So it's been a plus for the department to work with the youth.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Pals. When I first learned about it, I was like, what? Because right now you guys only coach teams of young men, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what do we need to do to get some girls
We are
involved?
trying to get co-ed started, because the other teams that we compete against throughout the city, they do have females on their team. So we're trying to get there. We have a lot of girls saying, when can we play? When can we play? So hopefully that's going to be up and running soon.
Good. Okay, so you talked about the police officers that are offering the mentoring. Is this during paid hours? What is this? Is this they're volunteering their time? Talk to me about this.
Yes, ma'am. These are officers that actually volunteer their time and want to take the time out to work with these children. We practice 4 times a week because we have 4 different teams from 6 years to 17 years of age. So we practice once a week with each team, and then we play and compete on the weekend. So it's a lot of time, but it's definitely worth it. So we actually just devote our time to those children. And the parents are very committed also because they have to bring them to the practices for us. And they're there, and they're supportive, and they're there at the games cheering us on. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk about how these students can get registered, what it takes, what is necessary. What are the step-by-steps if there are students or parents that are maybe watching this show who want to know, how do I get my child involved? It's JPD, they're volunteering their time, they're the coaches, they're getting some mentoring. Right now it's all young men, but we do have some spots possibly for some girls to get involved. Okay. Yes. Talk to me about the registration and how we get involved. How do we get started?
Okay, well, the age is from 6 to 17. And what we require is that you have the original birth certificate and you have $20 so that you can register. And that just covers the registration fee with Parks and Rec. Everything else is really free, the uniforms and everything like that, basketballs, all of the equipment. We ask that the parents also bring a wallet-sized photo of the child, a current wallet-sized photo of the child, and they can come either to Parks and Rec that's located at the Metro Center Mall, or they can come to the Training Academy at 3000 St. Charles in Jackson, of course, and they can get an application and fill it out there with myself or maybe Miss Nelson or whoever's there, personnel that's there.
Okay, okay, awesome, awesome. So 6 to 17 young men, $20 registration fee.
Yes, ma'am.
That registers the student with the team through our Parks and Rec. So there's some collaboration there. So we've got JPD Pals working along with our Parks and Recreation. So that shows that, you know, hey, we're working together to make sure we fill the gaps to serve our students in the city. Okay. Yes. Good.
And we separate the boys. We have an 8U team, and that's 8 and 9-year-olds, and then 10U, 12U, 14U, and we also have 17U. So it just depends on how many children we get registered, and hopefully we have a lot. It's usually over 60 children, and we do it in the summertime, and we also do it in the fall and the winter. So
wow, so all the way through, there's an opportunity for them to be engaged year-round.
Right, definitely.
Okay, okay. So talk to me now. I know 10 years, y'all got to have some like trophies or something over there.
We have tons of trophies. If you come to the Training Academy, you will see our walls are full of trophies. But just recently with our last session, our 17U boys won division champion. So they were #1 in the city.
Okay.
Yes, and then they also won #1 with the, they won they won #1 in the overall tournament. And then our 8U boys, which is our 8 and under team, they won also division, the division champs, and then for the tournament they won 2nd place. But hey, we got trophies for all.
For all of it. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a big confidence booster for some of these children.
It was. They were so excited. Yeah. And for our teams that didn't get a championship, they look forward to working hard so that we can get all championships this season.
That's right.
Yes.
Celebrating each other, right?
Exactly, exactly.
So are the students that participate in you all's league, are they generally students that will also, now I know with the little ones, because we don't have like elementary basketball teams, but we do have junior high and high school. Are some of these students playing on, their school basketball teams as well?
Definitely, and sometimes there's a conflict because they're devoted to, their school at the time. So in the summer is when they'll, pretty much come with our PAL, but we work hand in hand with them. And it's not only basketball, we make sure we check on their grades and everything because those grades come first, so.
Absolutely.
But yes, definitely. And a lot of these children, they go on, play in college, and it starts from when they're young, and it's awesome to see them grow up and just be like, hey, they started with pals, and they love it. So, and the respect starts there, with the communication between police officers and then our youth throughout Jackson. So
that's amazing. I think that's very important, especially working with young men of color with some of the climate that's going on in certain parts of the country, in certain cities.
Right.
Being here in Jackson, it's like, I think probably every city's like, well, it wouldn't happen to us, but building these relationships and building into the communities sounds like, just a step towards doing the right thing of what we need to do in real community policing, as they call it. Yeah. Is there anything else that we need to know? Anything else that we've talked about where they can get an application? Are the applications on the city website?
They are not.
Okay, so we will pick them up at Metro Center, at Parks and Recreation, or at the Police Training Academy.
Exactly.
Okay. And all they need to do is bring their $20 registration fee. We prefer a wallet-sized photo of each student. Okay. And
a copy of their birth certificate.
Copy of their birth certificate, because we got to verify.
We got to make sure that we don't have 10-year-olds playing with our 8-year-olds.
Exactly, we have like 6-footers. But
yes.
have you guys had any instances though where you have a child where they're like, he's too tall?
We've had some kids that's kind of taller than me, and I'm like, that kid cannot be, but they really are. So I mean, hey, they grow fast. Milk does the body good.
Exactly,
So,
yes it does. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Officer Gross. Thank you to JPD and all that you guys are doing. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, so till next time, we want you to come back and talk to us about this season's championships
when we get
and
our
trophies. Bring the trophies so we can get a shot at it.
I will.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Officer Gross, for joining us. Here we have it, Officer Gross with Jackson Police Department, the JPD Pals Police Athletic League Program. Thank you so much for joining us at We Are Jackson News. We'll be right back.
What a day, what a day. Time to go. Let's make haste. Not a second to lose, not a moment to waste. A big cat, a great ape, and a sleepy giraffe. Don't stop now, time to go. Let's make smiles and share laughs. Time with mom, fun with dad. That's a cougar, it is. Snap a pic with the fam. What a day to be kids. Lots more stuff to explore. We'll soon be on our way. Let's get cool souvenirs to remember the day. Hit the carousel now. Let's go round and around. Hey, what's under the glass? Oh, and look what I found. Frozen drinks to cool off, and if that's not enough, a fun water slide and a cool splash pad and stuff. Look at that. Here we go. We can ride on a train. I don't know about you. I've got zoo on the brain. What a day, what a day. Lots to see, lots to do. Just one question to ask. How do you zoo?
Americorps strengthens communities and develops leaders through community service. Are you ready to make a difference? Americorps allows you to use your energy and talents to help others while earning money and gaining job skills. If you are age 18 or older, Americorps is waiting for you.
Hey, great day, Jackson, Mississippi. I know that many of you have been asking and wondering when in the world are things going to start happening with these streets. Well, we're excited to announce an interim project called the Pothole Blitz that we put in place to make sure that many of the issues that you've been facing riding around Jackson streets, that we're putting an interim patch on them until we can get a lot of other things moving. We've got 17 streets that we've already outlined, 10 streets that we're going to be using some federal funds for. So we're talking about upwards of about 30 streets, but in the meantime, we want to attend to a lot of the things that we've all been struggling with, and that's these potholes. So behind us, you see a pothole patching machine. You see men who are out as a part of the crews that we started beefing up to go by ward in order to see that many of these issues are being dealt with. So don't get frustrated. Give us as much of your patience as you possibly can, and we're going to see that this project, which is going to take us anywhere from 15 to 20 years, is dealt with. But we're doing it, it started, and we're excited about it.
Welcome back to WAJ News, and now joining us in the studio is the new Deputy Director of the Department of Parks and Recreation, working along with Mr. Alan Jones. This is Mr. Harris.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so I know you're just getting oriented to Parks and Rec. I know you know about all the good stuff we got going on, and what I'd like for you to do is just take an opportunity to talk to us about some of the exciting things that we have and that we have to offer and that we have going on through the Department of Parks.
We actually have a lot of wonderful things that are happening in our Parks and Rec department. We're excited about the future and excited about the opportunities to do even more programs. Some of the things that we have upcoming, I guess I can start there. Upcoming, we actually have a Halloween harvest carnival. I don't want to call it, it's our trunk or treat. And we're having that on October the 31st. So we're excited about that. It's a small fee of $1 to come out. Costumes are welcome. And so we're excited. But this is an opportunity to have a safe event for your young people on the Halloween day, and so kids can come out, and we're really excited about that, and that will be at the Jackson Training Academy.
Okay, good location. We're at the Police Training Academy.
Good location, we can get a lot of people out. It'll be a really good event. We have volunteers from the fire department, from the police department, kind of a collective to come together with Parks and Rec to make this event very special.
Exciting. I know my daughter's always excited about Halloween, even though I'm not as excited because I want it to be safe. So much is going on.
And this is a good, safe event, so we're extremely excited about that.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right, so we've got Trunk or Treat coming up at the Jackson Police Academy on the 31st?
We do. And one other thing, we actually have a couple of more things. We have some things for adults, some things for kids. One of the other things that we're excited about, we're actually offering a Kickball Aid for kids.
Oh, okay.
So this is kind of unique, and this is kind of our trial period that we're actually doing it. And so we're excited about that. So we're actually registering now, so they can contact us here at the Metro Center at 960-0417 and speak to someone about our Youth Kickball Aid. So we're excited about that. And that will be going on in Flowers Park.
And where is Flowers Park located?
It's in South Jackson off of Raymond Road.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice big area. Is there a fee associated with the new Kickball
There is
Aid?
a fee. It's a $20 fee. And if you're not on it, we're accepting teams of 8. However, if you're not on a team, you can contact us and we can kind of direct you to people to get on teams.
Okay. Give me the age group on that again.
Ages 8 to 12.
Okay.
But I think they will take some 7-year-olds because again, this is a trial period, so we may take some 7 and 6-year-olds just to kind of make it work. But again, give us a call at the office and we can kind of help you and direct you on there. So I'm excited about that. We actually have a adult flag football league that's going on, and this is and so we're excited about that. That's going on, and so if anybody wants to play flag football as an adult, they can contact us as well, and we can kind of point them in that same direction. We have so many things going on.
Lots of things going on, right?
I could go on for hours. I don't know if you need me to or not, but but we have a lot of stuff going on. We're registered now for our Youth Basketball League, which is our cartoon league.
Cartoon league?
Cartoon league is, I think, is a staple of the city and what we've been doing in Parks and Rec. So we're registering for that age group, and that's from 8 and under to 14. And so they've been registering since the 1st of September. So
sounds like lots of opportunity for children to get involved and even families and adults to get involved.
Plenty of opportunities. We have tennis going on, and that's year-round at Tennis Center South, which is off of McDowell Road. So we have just a lot of opportunities. So when people say that there's not a lot of things going on in the parks, we have a lot of things going on.
So I heard South Jackson being plugged a couple times. West Jackson. I understand that there's a project, something historical that's out in West Jackson, the Buddy Bucks Park.
Yeah,
can you talk to us
we're
about
extremely excited about the opportunity. Buddy Bucks Parks is a huge park that offers go-kart racing. We have where they fly the model airplanes out there. We have a great soccer facility and a great soccer program out there. Disc golf. We have a golf driving range. So we have a lot of stuff going out there. But the reality is we actually, in Buddy Bucks Park, they have one of a kind. In the late 1930s, late years of that, there was a flood in Mississippi that flooded the Mississippi River. And then it happened again in like early 40s. But what happened was the Army Corps built a model of the Mississippi River on 200 acres.
Right here in Jackson?
Right here in Jackson.
Okay.
And it's an actual model, and so you can walk from Baton Rouge to Illinois in the model. And what they did was they built it and they actually created water and everything that ran through it with gauges. And what that did was they did that to build the levee and dam system that is currently in the Mississippi River.
Wow.
Now, today.
Okay.
And so they actually had some POWs that actually worked on it out there. It is historic. And
Lots of history, sounds
but
like.
They gave it to the city in the late 1990s or so. And unfortunately, we couldn't keep it up and run it to that capacity because what happened was as the years went on, they were able to use computers and that kind of became modern technology. But so it actually grew up. So we have a group called the Friends of the Mississippi River Basin Group model that have come back to try to recapture that. We had our first cleanup last weekend. But the goal is to have a cleanup every month until they can actually do it. And so this group, I think the last cleanup, we had about 60 people out there.
Yeah.
And so hopefully they'll continue to keep that same group. And so eventually we'll be able to get that model cleanup. The group also has an idea of possibly creating some type of educational center, because there's a wealth of education out there. Put a new walking track out there around the model, so you can kind of walk and you can kind of walk through it and see what's going on. So it's really exciting. It's a really good project, and we're proud to have it at Buddy Butts Park here in the city of Jackson.
I'm excited about that. I think I'm gonna have to make sure that my daughter and I have an opportunity to come and share in one of those cleanups,
We'd love
so that she can know and be a part of some of the history that's going on here in Jackson.
Exactly.
Mr. Harris, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything else that maybe I didn't ask or that we didn't get around to that you want to make sure that the audience knows?
I mean, we Parks and Rec, we're just extremely proud about what we do. We maintain 57 parks, 72 athletic fields, downtown Jackson, the City Hall, and Tharamara Hall. So we do that for us with our maintenance department. And we're really excited and proud for that group. Golf courses are open, and so we have a group that's maintaining that. So we're just excited about the momentum. The mayor always talks about momentum, and we're excited about being in that process. And we're trying to get momentum moving forward in Parks and Rec. So we have a lot of great things going on. Give us a call. We got line dancing. We actually just recently started offering Chicago stepping at one of our facilities. So we have a lot of things. We got an after-school program going on in one of our facilities, so for young people. So we just kind of have a myriad of a lot of programs that are going on in Parks and Rec, and we love for people to learn about them and come out and support them.
Like you said, no reason for us to say there's nothing going on and there's nothing offered here in the city. There's plenty. Just give us a call, find out where your interests are, and get plugged in.
That's exactly right.
Again, thank you, Mr. Harris, the Deputy Director
thank you for having
for Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
Well, this is WAJ News. We thank you so much for joining us. Here we try to make sure that we share information with you that will be helpful to you, things that will enlighten you, things that will educate you as to what it is that we have going on. We've talked about several different opportunities, not only with the city of Jackson, but our partners and folks that we collaborate with throughout the city. So again, this is WAJ News. I am Elise McBride. Thank you for watching.